In the early 20th century, Japan justified its expansion into Asia under the slogan "Asia for Asians," claiming to liberate regions from Western imperialism. Historical records, however, reveal this as a thinly veiled pretext for conquest. Propaganda materials depicted Japanese soldiers as benevolent figures, distributing food and aid. Yet these staged scenes masked the true intent: economic exploitation and political domination. The 1910 annexation of Korea exemplifies this duality, where liberation rhetoric accompanied brutal suppression. Japan's colonial rule enforced cultural assimilation, systematically erasing local identities. In Korea, the 1939 Soshikaime policy compelled Koreans to adopt Japanese names, while schools banned Korean language and history. Textbooks were rewritten to glorify Japan's imperial narrative. Families faced imprisonment for preserving their heritage. This coercion aimed to dismantle resistance by severing ties to cultural roots, a tactic repeated in Taiwan and Manchuria. The policy's brutality exposed the hollowness of liberation claims. By 1919, Korea's March 1st movement saw 2 million protesters demand independence, met with mass executions. Japanese forces deployed machine guns against unarmed crowds, killing over 7,000. Similar crackdowns occurred in China's May 4th movement and the Philippines' anti-Japanese uprisings. These atrocities contradicted Japan's anti-Western rhetoric, revealing its imperialist agenda. Survivors' accounts describe villages burned as punishment for dissent, a pattern later repeated in Nanjing and Singapore during World War II. Post 1945, Japan's right-wing factions began whitewashing war crimes. Figures like Shinzo Abe denied the coercion of comfort women, while textbooks minimized the rape of Nanjing. The Nippon Keigi lobby, influential in politics, frames colonization as modernization. Their revisionism relies on cherry-picked documents, ignoring overwhelming evidence from international tribunals and survivor testimonies. This ideological campaign perpetuates the same liberation myth used to justify invasion a century earlier. Today, Japan's refusal to fully acknowledge its past fuels regional tensions. Comfort women statues stand as silent rebukes to denialism, while Korean and Chinese survivors still seek reparations. The paradox is stark. A nation that claims to have liberated Asia left scars that refuse to fade. Until Japan confronts this history without euphemisms, its rhetoric of leadership will remain haunted by the ghosts of imperial violence and the victims' demand for truth.